Welcome back, everyone. Did you know the average millionaire actually has 7 streams of income? And spoiler alert here, most of that money is being made while they are literally fast asleep. Today, we're going to dive headfirst into one of the most famous financial buzzwords out there. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're going on a journey together to finally demystify exactly what people mean when they talk about earning money while you sleep and how the whole thing actually works.
But hey, first things first, we've got to address the elephant in the room. Is making money without doing anything just a complete myth, or is it an actual attainable reality? Because, let's be honest, those flashy internet gurus absolutely love selling the dream of just pushing a button and waking up rich. It makes it super easy to fall for the scam of that doing nothing lifestyle. Well, the truth is, it's not exactly making money by doing absolutely zero work, like pop culture might suggest. It requires a completely different mindset.
So to figure out how it really works, here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit the passive income myth, look at active versus passive income, check out some common ideas, do a quick reality check on the effort required, and finally, uncover the real benefits.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, the passive income myth.
So what is it? Passive income is money that continues to generate income after the initial work or investment. And I want you to really notice that second part, after the initial work. Think of it like planting an apple tree, right? You got to dig the hole, plant the seed, and water it for years before you ever see a single apple. That's your upfront work. You're injecting your time, your money, and your skills right at the start. But eventually, it bears fruit season after season with very little ongoing effort from you. That is the core difference between a regular job and a passive system.
Moving on to part 2, active versus passive income.
Active income is basically a direct trade, your time for a paycheck. The equation is incredibly straightforward. You work, you get paid. But the very second you stop turning those gears, the money stops too. Passive income completely rewrites that equation. You build the machine first by creating or investing, and then the income just continues to flow even when you step away. The fundamental shift here is all about decoupling your time from your earning potential.
Look, we're all super familiar with active income. Standard salaries, hourly jobs, freelancing, all of that. But here is the critical limitation. Whether you're a freelance graphic designer, a retail worker, or a highly paid surgeon, you are bound by the exact same limit. There are only 24 hours in a day. Active income is always going to hit a ceiling because your time is finite. If you take a month off to travel, or you just simply can't work, well, your income usually stops right along with you.
Let's get into part 3, common passive income ideas. To bring this out of the abstract, we have this fantastic sandbox of real-world possibilities. Things like dividend-paying investments and rental income. Those are the classic examples. Real estate rentals require heavy upfront capital for sure, but they offer physical assets and steady cash flow. On the flip side, creative and digital avenues like creating an online course, building mobile apps, or writing an ebook. Those might cost almost $0 to start, but they demand hundreds of hours of your specialized knowledge up front. YouTube videos and affiliate marketing? Same deal. They take months or even years of grinding to build an audience. Each of these options is totally unique, carrying its own distinct costs, specific risks, and varied earning potential.
Which brings us to part 4. Is it really passive?
The honest answer, not completely. Listen, passive is absolutely not a synonym for lazy. It is incredibly important we dispel that illusion right now. If someone promises you a set-it-and-forget-it business in 5 minutes, they are almost certainly trying to sell you something. Passive income requires a tremendous amount of focused energy to get off the ground, and honestly, it rarely survives completely on autopilot forever. In fact, most successful passive income streams require 3 distinct, intense phases. First up, planning. You've got to research your market and build a rock-solid strategy. Second is serious effort. It takes a massive amount of uncompensated time to build a YouTube channel, write a book, or establish an online business before it ever yields a single dollar. And third, maintenance. Even after you launch that app or buy that rental property, the maintenance phase begins. Software needs regular updates, tenants have 2 a.m. plumbing emergencies, online content needs consistent community management. It is not zero work. It's just highly leveraged work. And finally, part 5, the real benefits.
So you might be wondering, if it takes all that upfront effort and ongoing maintenance, why even do it? Well, because these benefits are life-changing, especially when you focus on a very specific golden rule, building 3 distinct streams of income. Why 3? Because it creates an unbreakable financial tripod. If you lose your active job, your dividend portfolio and your rental income are there to catch you.
Building 3 streams exponentially diversifies your risk, it builds long-term wealth faster, and it completely removes the anxiety of depending on just a single paycheck. It provides a level of financial flexibility that one active salary simply cannot offer. The biggest takeaway here is a total mindset shift. You have to value building systems way over chasing overnight wealth. Passive income simply isn't about getting rich quick. Patience and consistency, those are your actual currency here. When you take the time to build a system that works independently of your direct labor, you are essentially buying back your future time. It becomes a vitally important part of an overarching, resilient financial journey.
So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Tonight, when your head hits the pillow, is your income going to sleep right along with you, or is it staying awake to work on your behalf? Think deeply about what financial systems you can start building tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring these concepts as you build your own financial future.